Yeah, come on. Here we go.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to Spark. I'm Joanne Murphy. We have two absolutely wonderful guests today, Alejandro Velez and Nikhil Arora, who are co-founders of Back to the Roots. And I've known these two since, oh gosh, when they first started their company, Back to the Roots. An incredible company. They distribute gardening kits and aquaponics fish tanks for growing at home and helping others learn about growing at home. So I'm going to ask them to introduce themselves. Nick, let's start with you.
All right, thanks. Well, thanks for having us on, first of all, Joanne. It's so nice to be here with you and just kind of share our story and our mission with this community and the listeners. So my name is Nikhil Arora. I'm one of the co-founders and co-CEO, along with Alejandro, of Back to the Roots. And, we're on this mission really to hopefully inspire a new generation to get their hands dirty, and a new generation of gardeners to, especially families and kids, just kind of reconnect with their food. So based in Oakland, California, and thanks for having us on.
You bet. Alex.
My name is Alex, the other co-founder of Back to the Roots, and honored to be on this amazing podcast with you, Joanne. It's so good to reconnect.
I love that. So tell me about aquaponics. How did that happen? How did you go from coffee grounds to aquaponics?
Well, Joanne, that was actually when we were when we were last year. We first met was out in Milwaukee through the Miller Urban that competition muse, and you connected us. Remember, to what was a large aquaponics farm in Milwaukee called Growing Powers, and you guys have got to check this out. And after we left that competition and we all were hanging out, we went there and through that introduction visited Growing Powers, and that's where Will Allen, who's amazing, brilliant entrepreneur and environmentalist, had built this incredible aquaponics, city block size farm. And I remember Alex and I got a tour of that place. We're like, this is the coolest way of growing food. He had, thousands of tilapia, and all that fish waste was being used as a fertilizer for all the plants he was growing. And we left there asking Will, hey, are there any home-sized versions of this? This is so fascinating. And at the time, there was nothing that was really, indoor and accessible to people without a backyard. And we were inspired by that visit, by that introduction, and led us to create the water garden, which was the first tabletop aquaponics kit. So you put a bed of fish in there, and all the fish waste fertilizes your plants. You can grow organic herbs and leafy greens atop, and the plants are constantly filtering the water for you. So it was really fun. But it was through that introduction, Joanne, and now starting in October, that's going to be in Walmart stores nationwide as well. So it's been, we're really excited to be able to share that with the Walmart community.
This is such a great lesson for students in schools too. So tell me a little bit about how your fish tank kind of works. What does that look like? Alex, thanks for showing us what the packaging looks like that you'll be able to find in the stores.
You will in October. The product is taken that the beauty of aquaponics, which uses 10 times less energy, half the space, because you're able to have fish at the bottom, which are the feeders. The fish poop itself actually becomes the fertilizer for the plants, and the plants clean the water and bring it back down. So it's not only really fun and funny and super engaging for kids to learn and say, oh wow, that's how this system works is pretty amazing, and how just the beauty of just nature and the symbiotic partnership between fish and plants and herbs in this case. So what we did is we took that beauty and made it into a 3-gallon fish tank that grows food. And we worked with industrial designers, mechanical engineers to create, patent, and launch the first ever mini aquaponics fish tank.
Tell me about Grow One, Give One. What is that campaign about?
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe Nikhil, maybe I could share what the campaign's about, and maybe announce for the first time live. Nikhil, if you could maybe announce for the first time live what a pretty important change we're making in response to how motivated we are by seeing people around the country protesting for equality, and especially young people protesting for equality. So I'll speak to Grow One, Give One itself, and actually I will point back to the same product, which as you see here, which is back of our water garden, which will be in Walmart stores this October. It says Grow One, Give One, and it's got a picture of kids. And what we do is really simple, modeled and really inspired by what Tom's did with their Buy One, Give One campaign with Tom's shoes. Blake actually became an angel investor in Back to the Roots, and through that has been a mentor of ours and inspired us to do something really simple, which was, if you buy one of our products, you share a picture on our Instagram or Facebook and any email or anywhere really, and you will donate one to a school of your choice. Well, so far the campaign's been focused on, buying one and giving one mostly to the school that your kid is going to, for example. Well, we're making a change to that today. Nikhil, you want to share that?
Absolutely. And I think, and maybe Joanne too, like stepping back for a second, just on your comment, just reflecting on the current state of where our country is. Obviously, it's been a challenging 2020 in many ways, but I think, as an Indian American, as a Colombian American building this company, and then we understand firsthand first the joy, and then also I think the strength that comes from diversity, both in this country and our companies. And we've been spending a lot of time reflecting on the conversations and the activism across the country. And, we've made our own statements as a brand, standing in solidarity around this movement for equality. And we've also been asking ourselves, though, at the same time, what actions can we put to that? And, we have a brand that touches tens of millions of people, that's, reaching people in every corner of the United States. And what could we do to kind of help and use our brand to advance this cause around justice and equality for all? And, I think for us, there's really it's a journey. I think, first of all, it's a journey, and we actually ask, and everyone listening to this, like we want help. We want your ideas. We want your feedback. Help us get better. So there's feedback and ideas you have around how we as a brand can help build that world. We'd love to hear them. That's number one. This is a journey, but I think there's two small steps we wanted to announce, I guess, with year two. And, one of them is on that Grow One, Give One campaign. We're actually going to turn that entire program into almost an educational tool to just help people understand the underfunding and the historical, segregation and the historical prejudices that have led in many ways to a lot of the same underfunded schools today. And I think helping people discover that, learn about that, and then also do something about it, which is using their donation and sending that to an underfunded school in their community. So how do we get the kids who kind of need those resources, the teachers who need those resources the most, our products? And that's a commitment we want to make over the next 18 months to reach 100,000 kids in these underfunded schools with our free gardening kits through our Grow and Give One campaign. So we're going to, turn that
100,000 might not sound like a lot, Joanne, but it's roughly 1 in 200 elementary kids in these underfunded schools. So it's a small change, but something that we're really excited and want to commit to over the 18 months. And we're going to publicly be continuously updating to hit that 100,000 people mark by within 18 months.
I love that concept. Thank you, Alex and Nikhil, for being our guests and for sharing your story with us. Thanks to our audience for listening to them. Don't forget to follow me, Joanne Tabalea Murphy, on Twitter and LinkedIn for the latest Spark updates. Thank you for sharing your Spark, Alex and Nikhil. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, Joanne.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.